board the Grand Daphne and we're cruising the Galapagos. So I thought I'd take this chance to show you what I've packed in my camera bag for photography only. And I think this episode's going to be for the overpackers because this is a bucket list trip of mine. So I certainly have a lot of gear with me specific for photography. So let's kick off with camera bodies. I've chosen to bring my Canon G7X Mark II. It's kind of my backup camera. It's also a camera that I don't mind swinging around too much. I'm not really sure what all the onshore excursions are going to be, so I wanted to make sure that I had a camera that I felt happy enough taking on all of those. So that's the Canon G7X Mark II. I actually have a additional filter popped on here. You can see one of my other videos about that and I'll link it in the description for you. It's going to have the polarizing filter on. Obviously on board the ship there's going to be lots of times when we're photographing over water, and I just wanted to have that as an option but not to take up too much space. So it's definitely a spare camera and a camera for more adventurous onshore excursions. My main camera that I've chosen is my Sony a6700. So this is a relatively new camera for me. It is a mirrorless crop frame APS-C sensor and it has fantastic eye autofocus. Sorry for all the moving. we are cruising through the ocean. There's a bit of rock and roll going on. So yeah, it's got fantastic eye autofocus, and that is for birds, for animals and for insects. So there's a lot that it can do for me with the subjects that I hope to photograph in the Galapagos. Let's move on to lenses. So the main lens that I think I'm going to use is the Sony 70 to 350 mils. Reason I think that's going to be my most popular is it's got that reach for some of those animals that I may not be able to get that close to. Its aperture is 4.5 to 6.3, which isn't the greatest for letting in the light, but I'm also hopeful that we'll have bright sunny days and that won't be a problem. So that is lens number one attached to the body. The other lenses that I've brought with me are the Sony 16 to 55 mil. So this is usually like my everyday lens. It is a 2.8, which is great for low light situations, and the 16 is quite wide. I do love this lens, but I also brought with me my Sony 11mm. Now I have absolutely no idea if I'm even going to use this lens, if the scenery is going to be so vast. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get close enough to get some of those quirky animal pictures, but it's tiny and it's really light, so I just thought I'll pop it in and see if I want to use it. My last lens is my newest lens. Now this is Sony's 90mm macro lens, and I love to show people through my photography things that they might not see themselves or might not observe, and macro is a great way to do that because you're actually focusing in on tiny parts of what you are seeing. So I feel like I'm going to use this one quite a lot because of that aspect. So they are my lens choices, and then I've got a few other bits and pieces of its accessories. So definitely need something to clean it. So I've just got one of those cleaning pens. It's got the brush in one end and it's got the little scrapey thing in the other end. Don't know what that's called. So I've got that one. It can always be just in my bag. I've got a cleaning cloth, one of the lens cleaning cloths. I've actually got a couple of spares of those as well, and totally have no idea how sandy or anything, so I've just got one of these blowers. Yep. So that's my cleaning kit. Other accessories, spare batteries. So I've got one spare battery for the Canon G7X Mark II and one spare battery for the Sony a6700. So I'm always going to have a spare in my bag that's charged up because I know I'm going to just take so many photos. The cameras are also got the Peak Design camera straps on them, so they can be interchanged. They just come off like a little clip and clip on, and that has been really great. This one's got the neck strap on because often it's just thrown around my neck as a spare, or if I've got the super zoom on the Sony and I want something a bit closer rather than changing lenses, I'll just pull that camera out. And the Sony I find best with the Peak Design wrist strap, but again, it can come off nice and easy. So yeah, that's how I intend to carry them. And the last thing I want to actually talk about is the bag that I've chosen to bring them in. So I have chosen my low pro bag. It is a rucksack style bag, and it's so versatile. So in this side we have the camera section, so it's nice and easy to get out. All of it does fit in there. It is pretty compact, and this was my carry-on as well, and I've got extra padding should I need it to rearrange things, make sure everything is protected. So that's where the camera body and the lenses are going. And then in the top section, it's got plenty of space for the other camera, the Canon, a jumper. It's got the front pocket here, so I can pop my raincoat in there. It actually comes at the bottom here with its own rain cover, so that's fantastic. It's got a nice big water bottle holder on the side, so I can keep easily hydrated. Really comfy back system, some padding in there. It does have hip straps, so if I am feeling like the weight is a lot, I can pop those on, and they've also got pockets in them for extras. And I've popped the Peak Design capture clip, I think that's what it's called, on this one as well, so that it's really easy just to clip in my camera like so, and then I can go hands-free. So if I'm scrambling over rocks, getting in and out of the small boats. So yeah, that is my camera kit and the bag that I will be carrying it all in. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching through, and I wonder if it's given you some inspiration as to what you would take on your bucket list trip, bearing in mind that I am really focusing on wildlife photography, and that's why I chose the gear that I've chosen. Until next time, goodbye.